It has been a while. Let's see who shows up. Hey, hey. Hey, what's up, William? Hey, Dee Dee. Sorry, I'm trying to get my headphones to work. The cord has been all fucked up. I don't have the money to get new ones. Yeah, Aubrey, it's been a little bit. Just been busy trying to get myself a job, and it's not going great. Hey, big little town. I'm doing all right. Frustrated. Job situation just sucks right now, but it's what it is. Oh, I just got a text for a Friendsgiving. I think I will do that. Come on. How y'all doing? It's okay, Zach. Oh, nice, Justin. Like, I don't want to get you in trouble at work, but if you can tune in for a little bit, thank you very much. Thank you. And yeah, it'll work out one way or another. If I end up having to move to Texas to get a job with some of my family, so be it. Gotta do what I gotta do. I'd rather not. What's everyone else been up to, though? I did answer you, Zach. Y'all at work? I wish. Hey, NetSetter. Why is university shit right now? I hear from almost all of them it's all online classes and you can't leave your dorm anymore. I got you, Justin. Don't you worry. You do what you gotta do. If anyone's wondering, I am currently editing the next Bly Manor episode. Yeah, that's what everyone is saying. College is just trash right now. I was like, yeah, let me know, Zach. I want a niece. But another nephew would be nice too. Sorry you're not feeling great, Wicked Little Town. I'm glad to offer a distraction. Did you finish counting the votes in Nevada? I don't think they fully have. I think there's still a few states where they're finalizing the votes. But Trump is also suing, at least I know, Pennsylvania to make sure that they can't finalize the votes for a little while. So, I don't know. At this point, I don't think it even matters. Like, Biden won. It's a done deal. The recount in Georgia. I mean, I figured they would. I think they legally have to if it's within 0.5% or something like that. I mean, they're probably going to recount a lot of states. Pretty sure Trump is going to jail pretty soon, so he shouldn't really be suing people. I mean, let him. Let him make a fool of himself, one last time. Hey, Cosmo. If there's a... Well, you never know what's going to happen, Zach. You just don't know. Thanks, just in time. That last episode of Watchmen was really, really good. I didn't expect Laurie to even be a character on the show, so that was really cool. You feel bad for his kid Baron. I mean, I sort of do, but I don't really know the situation. He is young though, and anytime you're a young kid dealing with all this kind of stuff, that is pretty lame. Been enjoying the Watchmen reviews. Thanks, Serena. Yeah, right now Watchmen is currently like the favorite show I'm watching at the moment. Obviously, I mean it's just so goddamn good. Like with the way everyone told me to watch it, I figured, it was going to be up there, but it's it's way better than I expected. Suspicions that Baron may be autistic. I mean, he might be. Who knows? And if he is, that's fine. It's just, I'm sure knowing his family, they would never publicly release that information. I couldn't really get into the show. I mean, I don't know why. I think it's fantastic. Although I did say in the last reaction, I could see why some people would be a little iffy on it, just because it's a really slow burn at the moment. Like it's taken its time building up all the mysteries. Oh, you haven't watched it yet? Not yet. You definitely should. Because even if you don't like it, I mean, at least give it a shot. But I think it's really good. How do I feel about Bly Manor so far? I think it's really good. Not on the level of like Watchmen or anything, but I think it's also very interesting. I like the slow burn, the mystery. It's just, in my opinion, maybe just a little too slow. Like some people say, it's just a slower show. Get into it, and I'm like, yeah, it's good. Like I am into it. It's just a teeny bit too slow for me. I wish it would amp it up just a little bit. And based on the way it's going, I have a feeling it's not really going to get there. Like even when it does get a little more intense and throws a few more things at you, I think it'll always be a much more subdued kind of show, which is fine. I guess I'm more into fantasy and more fantastical shows like Lovecraft Country. Yeah, I mean, I get that because Watchmen does has like a really grounded like take on the world. Even with Doctor Manhattan, everything else is very grounded in reality as opposed to the fantasy stuff. So I get that. And you thought it was too slow for you too, yeah. I mean, that's my thing. It's not too slow for me. It's just I wish it was a little bit more. But this last episode was pretty good. But I think it was my least favorite of the ones I've watched so far because it didn't really answer any questions for me. Like I feel like the first two episodes gave me just a teeny tiny little bit, and then in this one it was basically like, figure it out, bitch. I was kind of just like, come on, man, like give me one answer just to one thing. When you get the answers, you're gonna love it though. All right, I trust you, Taya. I mean, I think I've got a few answers based on how some people have reacted to my last reaction. I think I'm definitely right about Miles being possessed, and I think I'm definitely right about what was the other one? Oh, Hannah being dead, but I don't know. Like, I feel like y'all could just be fucking with me, and you're like, "Oh, you're so close. You pretty much have it." And then when the answers come, I'll be like, "Oh, y'all lied to me." Oh, thank you, Aaliyah. Or, oh my god, I don't know if I can pronounce that correctly. I'm trying here. Aaliyah? Aaliyah? I'm sorry, tell me if I got that wrong. Hey, King Sloan, what's up? It's good to see you too. And I may be moving to Dallas, Texas at the end of the year if I can't find myself a job, so I may be on my way. I was gonna recommend for you to watch The Walking Dead, but I remember you literally have. Oh, yeah. I've already watched all The Walking Dead that I can. I started doing reactions for that show back in season. Oh no, what was it? I think it was season 7 is when I started doing my reactions. Yeah. It was season 7, which unfortunately is when the show started to go downhill a little bit for me. But then it started to get really, really good again in season 9. But I had so many copyright issues I couldn't really do those reactions. But I got back onto it for season 10. I'm excited for the final season too. I'm curious to see how they do it because there's a lot of characters that are supposed to be there that aren't, and a lot of characters that are there that aren't supposed to be there. So we'll see how close to the comics it gets for that final season. Oh, you got the PS5? Fuck you. I really wanted to get it, but I don't really have the money for it right now, and I also can't seem to find anywhere I can get it. Everywhere's sold out. Have you played it yet? Is it good? Do you like the PS5? I'm on season 5 and I couldn't be more irritated. Why? Why are you irritated on season 5? Season 5 I thought was really good. Because that's the season when they leave Terminus. They're on the road for a long time. Oh, I think I know why you're upset. But yeah, then some other stuff happens. I don't want to spoil it if you're in the middle of it. Hey, Jordan. How is it in Scotland? Hey, Kristen. Everyone is dropping like flies. See, I kind of liked Rick in that season, though. Like, that was when he was just like, you know what? I'm not taking anybody's shit. Like, I'm going to make a decision. Whether you like it or not, I'm going with it, which I prefer to him just kind of going middle of the road. Like, I don't know what to do. What do you guys think? I'm like, just make a decision, bro. But yeah, people were dropping like flies in that season. I don't want to say who in case you haven't seen it. What's the last death you saw so I know what I can talk about? Best Buy might have some on Black Friday. I'm not doing Black Friday. I did that one time and almost got my nose broken by fucking Psycho. So I'll do. What's the online one called? Cyber Sunday or something? Cyber Saturday? I don't know. Binging The Walking Dead isn't nearly as frustrating as watching week to week. Honestly, though, going week by week on The Walking Dead can sometimes be the most like aggravating thing in the entire world. And yeah, I love Wild Rick too. Because when he goes wild, he goes fucking wild. I got yours at Target. God, maybe I should just start like driving around. No, I really can't. I really don't have the money for it, but I will at some point. Oh, it's raining down there? I wish. Here in Nevada, we get no rain. Although it did rain on the day of my job interview, which was nice, but it was ice cold rain. Cyber Monday, thank you guys. It's all good, Fuego Diego. Glad you're getting your exercise in. I think it was the one lady who runs Alexandria's son. And oh, see, I love that death. He was such a little fucking asshole. Oh wait, I forgot. I was talking about the son, not Noah. Noah fucked me up. That was actually really sad. I felt really bad for Glenn too, that he had to sit there and watch it. And yeah, at that point in the season, I was also getting a little frustrated just because a lot of the Alexandrians were very naive to the point where it was a little annoying. But trust me, it all serves a greater purpose. Shit gets really good in the Alexandria storyline. They're doing Black Friday sales for like a whole month online. Oh fuck yes. All right, that might be a good option then. And yeah, he does need to be a bit feral. That's the best kind of Rick. Carol, at that point in the season, what was she doing? Oh, I know what you're talking about. Go with it. Just go with it. Carol's character during her Alexandria stuff it's very interesting. Just go with it. Just wanted to say hi from Germany before going to sleep. Thanks. Have a good night. Sweet dreams. Noah's the one character I wish could come back. I mean, there's a few characters I really wish would come back. Beth was one a lot of people didn't seem to like, but I hated how they got rid of her on the show. I thought that was lame. I really miss Tyrese. Glenn. Who else is there that I really miss? Those are probably like the big ones. Last Walking Dead I watched was the one after the prison, but I hated the season after that and never watched again. I remember the prison season irritating me, but the season after the prison season, actually, I liked it. Because that was like half the season was at the prison and half was like almost standalone stories with each of the characters. And I remember a lot of people saying they didn't like that season, but I thought it was cool. I'm liking it so far. Just got to. Oh, you played fucking Spider-Man Miles Morales. I want to play that game so fucking bad. Miles Morales is such a cool character. I'm glad that he got his own game. And yeah, they do Glenn pretty dirty, like very frequently. So is Rick going to come back on the show now since they're ending soon? I don't know. They just said, there was an article I just read that Denai Gurira got a role in like a movie about a biopic for someone. So I don't even know if she's actually going to be coming back to The Walking Dead, which is super lame. Like, she's always going to be my favorite character. I really want her to come back. I didn't love Carol until she said, "Look at the flowers." That was both really sad and like mad respect for her. I want to say I would do the same thing, but it is pretty tough, like killing a kid. But a psychopath little kid like that, you got to do what you got to do. It's all good, Serena. Walking Dead Telltale games are so good. You played them, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they are good. I think they've gotten... Honestly, I think they've gotten worse with each season that came out, though. Like, season 1 of The Walking Dead Telltale was so fucking good. And I cried really, really hard at the end of that. Season 2 was pretty damn good. Not as good, though, I don't think. Season 3, I sort of liked. I didn't think it was great. The Michonne standalone one I thought was pretty good. And then maybe the 3rd season is the last one with Clementine. But I didn't really like that one all that much. Didn't like Beth, but her death was stupid. Tyrese's death was stupid. I loved Glenn, but they gave him nothing to do. I mean, they do start giving Glenn stuff to do. Not, like, as much as he really deserves, honestly. And even though Tyrese's death was kind of stupid, I did like that episode just because of the way they played it out. Like, they really got you to think that they were going to be able to, like, save him. And then at the end, when they pulled the car over and you realize that he didn't make it, like, that was pretty heartbreaking. Beth's death was stupid, though. Like, that one, that just made me mad. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Hey, Elseway. Hated the governor, my least favorite villain. No, Taya, I completely agree with you. I think the governor was a shit villain. Like, a lot of people were like, oh, the governor, he was the only cool villain. I'm like, no. I like Negan better. I like Alpha better. I even like Gareth from like Terminus better. The governor just fucking irritated me. Sorry, Gemini. Just keep going with it. It's worth everything. I'm too gay for Glenn. And yeah, Abe, he certainly did. I like the Terminus thing too, Angel Lover. It was not super dragged out, which is I think why I liked it. They got shit done. Just finished playing the Telltale games and for the first time, loved every minute of it. Unsure of Chapter 3, but Chapter 4 was so good. Are you talking about Chapter 3 and 4 for the first season, or like the 3rd and 4th season? But earlier just found out the guy who plays Rick is British. Oh yeah, he's like really British. And I agree, Angel Lover tonight is gorgeous. Yeah, if the Rick movies happen, she's definitely going to be in those. Like, I don't see how they could not do that. See The Walking Dead react to one of your... Oh no, I saw that too, Courtney. I don't think any of them like specifically responded to something I said in my reaction, and I was kind of like, oh. But it was cool knowing that some of the cast actually did see part of my reaction. I was like, oh shit, that's crazy. That girl was annoying. I def put her down. Yeah, she was so frustrating. She's like, no, don't worry, she's gonna come back. They're not dead, they just change. I'm like, you're insane. Shirley Chisholm. Oh yeah, that's right, that's right. That should be pretty cool. I'm glad that she's getting a lot of work. She deserves it. She's a great actress. I think season 4 for the games was my favorite. That's the one with Clementine, right? Or is that? I mean, it's hard to tell what season like 3, 4 are because they went season 1, 2. I think then they went Michonne, then season 3, and then like the final season. I agree, Taya. The fake dumpster death thing was stupid. It was just one of those moments where I'm like, come on, writers, you don't have to fake me out every 2 seconds to keep me interested. Like, if you're gonna do it, do it. Kind of hated the kid from Everybody Hates Chris. I mean, I didn't hate him. I thought he was like a sweet kid. Can't kill racist. You'd be equally as soft with a pint-sized demon. That's true. So glad you agree about the governor. I thought he was about to drag me. No, I did not like the governor. I was really frustrated that he basically got a full season and then another couple. Like the fact that in season 4 we had to sit through 2 episodes of just him. I did not like that. I thought that was a waste of time. All the Walking Dead characters, which 3 would you choose for bed, marry, kill? Mine would be bed Jesus, marry Daryl, kill Negan. I would go to bed with shit. I'm gonna cheat right now. I'd go to bed with Negan, and then I'd kill him. Because he's got to go, but he's hot as hell. And I'd marry probably Jesus. I think the character I absolutely hate so far is that one preacher they saved. Aubrey. Just wait. Just wait. I hated him so much as well. But just wait. Just wait. Andy Lincoln is deaf British, and that's why he says Coral. I like how even the cast of The Walking Dead like drags him for it. They're like, he can't say Carl. I don't know why he can't say Carl. And yeah, his name is Gabriel. I know what you're talking about, but yeah, just give him some time. Just trust me on that. Season 4 was the one with Javier and his family, I think. Oh, that was the one with Javier? I think that one was alright. I have a reaction, or like a playthrough of that on my channel where I played with my friend Courtney. Hey, Zakia. What was your fave season of The Walking Dead? Mine are 2, 4, and 5. Mine are... mine are 5, 6, and 9. Yeah, 5 is when they're on the road and then get to Alexandria. 6 is some stuff at Alexandria. And 9 is after the big time jump. So yeah, those are my favorite. No, hated his death. It was the grossest. Yeah, it was pretty gnarly. It was one of those deaths that actually made me like feel kind of sick to my stomach. I love the governor. The show was at its prime when he was the villain. I mean, I gotta disagree with you a little bit there. Season 3 is not one of my favorite seasons. Like, it was when things definitely got more action-packed, which I think a lot of people were looking forward to, but I just was so irritated with the back and forth with Andrea and the governor, and I was really frustrated with, like, the lack of communication between, like, anybody during that whole season, so it was just kind of frustrating me. Although, there's a lot of seasons where the lack of communication is a problem. Oh, you saw Andrew Lincoln in Love Actually first? I think I watched that after I started watching The Walking Dead, but it was cool. Because he looks so much younger in that, too. And I do miss good old Andy Lincoln. Rick was a cool character. And right, I've got all okay, Abe. You completely changed my mind. I forgot. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna change my answer. I will go to bed with Abraham because fuck yes, and marry Jesus, kill Negan. But if I can go to bed with two people, I go to bed with Negan and Abraham. Uh, Gates development is unreal. You know, for real though, like Gabriel's just one of those characters where when he starts off, you're like, okay, he's annoying. Then as the season progresses, you're like, wow, I fucking hate this guy. Like, I want him to die more than anything. And then as more stuff happens, you're like, okay, actually, he's pretty cool. And then you get to a point where you're like, he's actually really fucking cool. Like, I'll be very upset if anything happens to him. Honestly, I can't watch The Walking Dead anymore, but it used to be my fave show after season 7. It just got too bad. Yeah, I mean, I've said it before. Season 7 and 8 are not good. They're the weakest points of the entire show. But if you push past that to get to season 9, it does get better. Like, a lot better. Thank you, Rami. Just hated the way Gabriel just went out of his way to make the crew. No, yeah, I agree. Like at that point in the show, I was like, so when's Rick or Sasha gonna kill this motherfucker? Because he got to go. But just trust me. Oh, thank you. Raised by Wolves so far is one of the most like unpredictable shows I've watched in a while, which is pretty dope. I didn't expect it to be such a wild ride in only 2 episodes so far. I mean, I think season 7 and 8 had their high points, but I kind of agree with most people. I was very frustrated with the storytelling in those seasons. I felt like that was just dragging and dragging. I'm like, can we get to like the good shit already? Because based on the comics, like season 7 was basically like 4 issues of the comic. Like they threw in a couple things from later issues, but mostly what should have been like 5 or 6 episodes was a whole 16 episodes in season 7, and that just drove me fucking crazy. I was like, can we please get onto it? And yeah, I kind of agree. I think they did some things in those seasons that were pretty unforgivable. Specifically, uh, something that went on with a certain character's son, without trying to give away too much. When I tell you, I literally cried like a baby when everyone thought the walkers had got. Oh yeah, that was. I also thought that that happened because in the comics, Judith does die when the prison gets attacked. So I thought they really did that, and I was like, holy shit, that's fucked up. So that's a major change that they didn't kill her. No, yeah, I. That's what I'm talking about, Seacat. Carl. Drifted away from The Walking Dead when trying not to spoil it, but yeah, I almost did as well. If you guys go watch my reaction for that specific episode with Carl, you'll see at the end I was both very shocked and very upset. And I said, I'm trying to remember exactly what I said. I was basically like, this either means they're going in a really different direction with the show, or it's gonna get, you know, like horrible from this point on. So I might not return, but I ended up coming back to it and sticking it out. But I was pretty frustrated with how the rest of that season went, anyways. And yes, I'm pretty familiar with the comics. I haven't finished them completely, but I'm all the way up to the point with the Commonwealth, like right when that starts. But that's about it. Definitely didn't like Gabriel at first, but yeah, he grew on me too. And yeah, give it another try, Astro Girl. What else are we gonna do, anyways? And yes, Alpha is a great villain. Like, I hate her so much, but she's such a cool villain. I really like her. Are you reading My Hero Academia? I've only been watching the anime, just because I don't want to get spoiled for when I do actually watch the episodes. Because from what I can tell, the manga is pretty damn close to the show. So yeah, I don't want to get spoiled. Personally, I think killing the last straw for the show for me, it just took out the complete Grant's family. Yeah, it kind of did. Although what they did with Judith, I thought was pretty awesome in season 9 and 10. Aubrey, just keep going with it. You might be frustrated as well with season 7 and 8, like a lot of people were, but you might like it more than we did. You never know. And you definitely have a point there, Taya. Even though they did drag, there are other shows that have dragged way worse than that, so it wasn't too bad. Hey, Shayna. Debating whether to go to bed now or stay up because it's almost 1 o'clock there. Jesus Christ! I tried to do this in like the middle of the afternoon so people wouldn't be going to bed. I'm glad you could stop by though. But yeah, if you're tired, go to bed. This will all be up, for you to watch at any point. And I'm trying to not do it for a super long live stream this time, just so everybody knows. If I do have stuff I got to do today. Stop watching during Terminus due to life reasons. Can't go back to it now since it's so slow. Come on, Remy. Just give it a try. As a matter of fact, I think specifically during the Terminus stuff and the stuff right after that, I thought that was a pretty snappy storytelling for the most part. It's all good, C-Cat. Or K-Cat. How have you been? I'm doing all right. I was telling everyone earlier I'm frustrated right now with the job situation. That interview I had on Saturday, they said they were going to call me back and let me know how it went that day or the next day. And here we are on Thursday, and I still haven't gotten a call back after I left a message and a voicemail asking for an update. So I'm pretty frustrated right now. But aside from that, it's going all right. Never liked Coral. I did like Carl. I mean, I most of my friends hated Carl also, but I don't know why. I actually liked his character. Oh, you saw most of their deaths by name, Aubrey. Yeah. I mean, even though it is a spoiler, sometimes you can still enjoy a show not knowing exactly how that happens or what's going on. I think it's more common knowledge now who's dead so far, no matter what season you're on. I mean, it is kind of common knowledge, but still try not to spoil it for anybody. I don't know if it was a behind the scene issue or not, because all the articles that came out about that said that Chandler and his family were genuinely shocked by the decision because he had like just turned 18 and was going to be able to film more for the show. And I guess earlier that season they told him like, yeah, we have big plans for your character and you're going to be doing a whole lot more. And then they just kind of surprised them all with that. I was just about to DM you to see how you're doing after the election. Oh, thank you, Zakia. And I'm doing all right. I'm pretty happy that Biden won. Trump can try and, postpone his transition as much as he wants, but it's gonna happen. And yes, Alpha is the best villain. Not really into anime, but I've heard My Hero is pretty good along with Promise Neverland. I would recommend My Hero, especially if you like Harry Potter, honestly, because to me it's like literally Harry Potter but with superheroes. I think it's fucking cool. How are you liking Watchmen? It's so good. It's so fucking good. After that last episode, I really want to watch another one, but got to force myself to wait because I still have to record for Raised by Wolves and the next Mandalorian episode, but I will after that. You can just read the wiki pages for season 7 and 8 and move on to 9. I mean, I still think you should watch them, but if you're getting to a point where you're like, I cannot handle this, I can't watch it anymore, then yeah, just read what happens and move on to the good shit. It's 7:35 in Virginia. I'm assuming VA means Virginia. I think I know my geography all right. Oh yeah, 'cause it's 4:30 here. Tell her to stay up for 15 more minutes. Not gonna tell someone to stay up to watch, but if you want to. Samantha Morton, who played Alpha, is an awesome actor. Yeah, she really is. It's kind of a shame that she got killed off in the Fantastic Beasts series, because I think she would have made an interesting character, like, to move forward. Thanks, Jordan. And yeah, employers really do suck at updating people. It just extra frustrates me that in the interview they said, we'll be letting you know today or tomorrow whether you get it or not, because, we're going to make sure we call everyone back. And I'm like, so what happened to that? Create my own job? Easier said than done, man. And I guess creating my own job right now is trying to get this YouTube channel going. I'm sure you'll find something. Don't worry. Thank you, Jordan. And I'm sure I'll find something too. Like I said, if I have to move to Texas to make it happen, then so be it. I gotta do what I gotta do. And I agree, Aubrey. With the pandemic as bad as it is, there's just not many people that are willing to hire. Specifically in my field of work, which is like hospitality and customer service, like that field is getting really rocked by this whole thing. So I either have to start over from scratch at like a minimum wage job, doing something completely different, or move to a state where their restrictions are less intense, which I don't really want to do because I don't really want to catch COVID. And don't worry, I will be doing Euphoria. I just got to finish the 4 shows I'm watching now. Hopefully I can do that before the December episodes show up. I'm trying my best. And that's what I'm doing, Remy. But like I said, hospitality and customer service, like they're really not in the mood to hire right now. So almost all the jobs I've been applying to just ghost me. Should definitely make a pattern. Pattern for what? What do you mean a pattern, Aubrey? Really can't wait for your reactions to Bly season or episodes 3 through 5 would be really interesting. Yeah, I'm editing my the third episode right now. I personally didn't like the third episode all that much. Or well, that's not true. I liked it. I think I gave it like an 8 out of 10 or something, but it was my least favorite of the 3 so far, just because I was expecting to get some kind of like big revelation of some kind just for one thing, and I didn't really get anything, or at least I don't remember. Oh, Patreon. I mean, I have one, I just haven't used it yet, because I'm still trying to figure out like what I want to do with the Patreon, like whether I want to put like full uncut reactions up on there, or just reactions that I post early for people to get. I'm not really sure. And I feel like I don't have quite the following to really make it happen yet. Although it's picking up thanks to you guys. I mean, I didn't technically have a new job. I got called back to my old job, Sky Robin. But it was like a temporary thing where I was working in a different position for the month of October. And they were hoping they could bring me back into my original position by November, but that didn't happen because I don't want to trash my job right now, but they're making some really dumb decisions. Like, they could have brought me back, but they didn't. So now I'm just on a permanent on-call base where on paper I'm employed by them, but I'm really not, because I don't get called in or get any hours right now. At least Trump is out. Hell yeah. Were you partying safely because Biden won? I didn't party or anything, but me and my roommates definitely like pseudo celebrated here in the house. Yeah. How do you not receive spoilers from a series that has already passed? I always try to stay current, not take spoilers. It's kind of tiring. I guess I just avoid certain certain websites or certain things to stay, spoiler free. Every so often I do run into one. Like I try to read everybody's comments on my videos, but as soon as I start to read into it and I start to think it might be a spoiler, I have to like look away from it because I don't want to get spoiled. Lately, when it comes to politics, I'm like, meh, you've heard about one thing, you've heard it all. True. Watching you watch Watchmen is a pleasure. Aw, thanks, Shayna. Oh, I'm spot on with my theories? Fuck yes. I can't wait to see what I was right about on that show. Because as much as I have theories for it, I'm still just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what's going on. But yeah, after that last episode, the one thing I feel certain of is that Dr. Manhattan is going to be like a big character, or at least a big reason for the things that are happening. And I have a degree in film, so that's probably why I can kind of pick up on like where a show or a movie might be starting to head, but I don't know, Watchmen really keeps me on my toes. It'll give me one little bit of information that makes me think I'm on the right path and then completely switch it over and make me second guess myself. The Leftovers should be next. All right. I'm thinking that my next couple shows will be Euphoria, The Leftovers, The OA, and probably an anime of some kind. So I'll do a poll so that you guys can all have a say in what the next one is. I don't think anyone is interested in Fantastic Beasts anymore. Yeah, I mean, I never really was to begin with. I thought Fantastic Beasts was pretty good, but then I thought The Crimes of Grindelwald was just trash, to be totally honest. And yeah, now there's all the drama with Ezra Miller and Johnny Depp, so I don't know if that third movie is going to be made anytime soon. And Zakiya, not a bad idea. Like, getting a job right now is a little crazy. What's up?
Are you filming?
I'm just live streaming.
Oh, shit. What's up?
My roommate says, what's up?
What's going on?
I'm like, I'm behind on the comments, so I'm not current, but I'll let you know if they say anything.
Okay, for sure. I just want to make sure I wasn't like,
Oh, no, you're good.
Oh, I have to. When you're done with that, I gotta talk to you about Erica, by the way.
Oh, okay. I think my roommate might have just got a date. Sorry, I gotta get back to where I was before. Pandemic is so much worse now in my state. I really hate having to go out. What state are you in, Teo? I was upset that Johnny Depp had to resign due to the failure of appeals. I was too. I mean, I think what he did was wrong, but the fact that Amber Heard just gets off scot-free with everything as just the victim, I'm like, dude, there's tape of her admitting that she intentionally abused him and like used him for his money. And again, like what he did was wrong too, but I hate that she basically just won and is getting off scot free. I think I'm 40 plus people on my campus have to be quarantined, maybe 8 professors. Lovely. Heard that if you're willing to move to Alabama, they'll pay you $10,000. Well, they'd have to pay me a lot more than that to go to fucking Alabama. I've only been one time, and nope, never again. Hola, Roman. All Johnny Depp had to do was move on with his life. I mean, that's true. Like I said, he's definitely at fault for some of the shit that happened. Like, he really needed to have just let it go. Taking it to court was a bad decision, I think. And not leaving her when they were clearly unhappy was also a bad decision. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up on all this. I'm happy my state turned from red to blue. Are you from Georgia? I can't believe Georgia went blue. Like, I know they're doing the recount, but that was crazy. Episode 3 was my fave of the first 3. Well, if you're waiting for actual answers, 4 will be for you, and 5 is the real turn. Ooh, okay. I'm even more excited now. That means I'm close. I'm getting close. You're the only person I watch on here uninterrupted. Oh, thanks, Abe. Euphoria is wild, man. You might be super hooked after you watch the first episode. I mean, just the fact that Zendaya's in it, I'm already pretty invested. So I'm excited. Do you have any other social media platforms? Just my Instagram that I use. And it's Chronic Gamer. Gaymer. I understand that, but your reputation can be at stake after one certain error in your life. Yeah, I agree with that. Turned Euphoria off after the first 10 minutes, just couldn't get into it. I'll be interested to see if I do. Someone said it was like Degrassi, but like really, really real. And that kind of sounds pretty appealing to me. Euphoria really is amazing as a day won an Emmy. I believe I'm not surprised at all because her acting was phenomenal. Sweet. He was still getting roles. He was doing just fine. What roles is Johnny Depp still getting? Or was that before like the trial and all that? That shows a lot. Sorry, I'm just trying to read really fast. Thanks, Shayna. And yeah, UNLV actually does have a pretty good film program. My screenwriting class and my cinematography class in particular were my faves. Although acting was actually pretty fun too. Have I ever watched Buffy? No, not yet. But I kind of want to start doing that for the channel at some point because I've had a few people tell me that I should watch it. And yeah, I've heard the OA is really good, but I also heard it's a tearjerker, and I feel like almost all the shows I've been watching here lately have been at least having like one episode that really like gets to me emotionally. Like Lovecraft Country got me hard on the Tulsa massacre, and Dark got me really good in the finale. Has there been anything else? Even the Umbrella Academy like almost got me to cry during one of its episodes, and I was like, "Fuck, dude! Like I'm tired of crying." And yeah, Ezra Miller is a damn mess. Like I don't think he's a horrible person or anything. Like he might be, but just some of the shit he says and does, I'm like, dude, you got to get your shit together. Why are people excited about Biden? The man was busted. I mean, it's not that people are excited about Biden, I don't think. I think it's just excitement that Trump is gone. Like, I agree. He's not going to make big changes like we all want, but having a president that doesn't completely alienate us from all of our allies and make us look like fucking idiots, or at least as much of an idiot, that's going to be a good thing. What did Ezra Miller do? Well, there was one, I think like the most recent thing was there was a fan that was like taking pictures of him or asking him for an autograph, and he was clearly like really irritated by it. And I don't remember if she like touched him or if she was just really close to him, but he like grabbed her and like threw her to the ground, like pushed her really hard. Which again, I can understand being like if you're famous and you're constantly getting berated by people as you walk down the street, you're like, fucking A, man, like leave me alone. But you can't be doing that to your fans. So the OA is a great season 1, but season 2, interesting. Oh, you're all saying hi to my roommate. I will let him know that y'all said hey. They said they'll postpone the third Fantastic Beasts movie to 2022. How long ago was the last one? 2018? 2019? When was the last Fantastic Beasts movie? Oh yeah, and the tea on Erica. I don't really have it yet, but from the way he was talking, it sounds like he's got a date. So I'm happy for him. It's doing better than I am. Shit. Oh, you're in New Jersey? Oh, yeah, I did hear that New Jersey's kind of getting rocked right now as well. Good thing is Depp is still getting full payment according to the credible sources. I mean, I'm sure it's all in his contract. Like, they just couldn't get it going. And yeah, I really, really don't like Amber Heard. Like, I think as an actress, she's, she's adequate. She's fine. But who she is as a person really fucking irritates me. Hey, also ladylike. It's nice to see you as well. But yeah, they're both a mess. The next live be at Michael's Sharonda's. Let me know if you liked it. Oh, yeah. What drama was Fantastic Beast in? I only heard that Ezra hit a fan. I mean, it was that and the Johnny Depp thing. The Johnny Depp one is the one that's like really holding it up though, because now that it's gone to court and he's been legally, like, found guilty as an abuser. Yeah, shit's not good. I think it's a case of them mutually abusing each other. 100% agree. We also don't know how it started. Neither of them are innocent. Completely agree. Though, as the older party, he could have walked away. I also agree. Like, he could have absolutely walked away from it, but he didn't. They continued to abuse each other physically and mentally. So, yeah, they're both at fault. I'm just upset that he gets all the blame and she doesn't get shit. Like, that's the only problem I really have with it all. Grew up in Alabama, and yeah, it sucks. Going to college in Georgia was the best decision I ever made. Yeah, Alabama's just, ugh. I'm sure it has some good things. I wasn't, I didn't live there or anything, but from the couple days I stayed, I was like, dude, I'm not enjoying this. Euphoria, The Leftovers, Servant, and the anime have to be Promised Neverland. I've had a couple people tell me to do Promised Neverland. Can anyone give me like a brief synopsis of Promised Neverland? I think someone already did in one of the other live streams, but I forget. It's good to see you too, mate. I'm not a fan of Zendaya's, but she's got a cool little career going on. Oh, she really does. Depp filed those lawsuits in 2018, but they took a long time to get to court. Depp is suing her in Virginia in 2021. I mean, I feel like the biggest receipt that's public knowledge is her admitting that, yes, I've hit you and I've abused you, but you're a man, so you can take it. You can't hit me back. You can't treat me like shit. I mean, that's pretty damning if you ask me. Zendaya is Shani in the new Doom. Oh, yeah, no, I'm excited. Just can't get up for shows about teens and drugs. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. I'll probably get into it, though. I'm used to being on the outside of cool things. I mean, it'll be interesting. I have a weird relationship to, like, drug abuse and everything. A lot of personal problems in my family having to do with that, so that might hit, like, a raw nerve, but we'll see. Hey, Silversight. It's been a while. Buffy is one of my all-time favorite shows. I think you'd get a real kick out of it. I think I will, too. There's a Netflix show called The Queen's Gambit. I've had a lot of people telling me to watch that, and I saw Sharonda do a review of it here recently. In one of her live streams, she also was telling all of us, like, go watch it. Just go fucking watch it. Because it's about a woman who plays chess, right? I don't know what the time period is, though. Yeah, born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia. Nice. Been red most of my life, so even if we're doing a recount, I still feel we're blue. I mean, even with the recount, like, I feel like that's the other thing Trump and his administration are either confusing or just trying to get people to think, is that when you do a recount, that gets rid of like a couple hundred votes at the most. Like, there's never been a period of time where like thousands and thousands of votes get invalidated from a recount. So it's probably going to stay blue. Oh, sorry, I'm falling behind here. Season 2 of the OA was disappointing. Did he strangle the fan or did he just push her? say the least. It goes so opposite of what I thought, and in the worst way. Is that why they canceled it, or was that unrelated? Oh, you're in Jersey too. Nice. Dang, there's a lot of you in New Jersey. Hey, Naya. Or Naya. Sorry. I forget. I find Amber to be really wooden as an actress with zero charisma. I mean, for the most part, yeah. Newark. Brown after out of the faucet a few months ago. Said I have to boycott Aquaman 2 because of Amber Heard. I mean, they're going to cut her role down considerably, from what I hear. They're considering recasting her, but I don't see how they could recast her now that legally she's considered the victim in the situation. So that would mean they fired a legally recognized victim of abuse, which would be terrible PR. So I don't think they're going to get rid of her. And I'm considering boycotting Aquaman 2. Like, I don't want to punish like Jason Momoa and all the other people for some stupid shit that Amber Heard did, but I really don't want to support her either, you know. I think that light's off for me. Alright, good night, Jordan. It's a good thing my crush on Johnny Depp has been worn off. I don't know if I ever really had like a crush on him either. I think when he was in Pirates of the Caribbean, honestly, when I was younger, I had like a little mini crush, but that was about it. North Alabama towards the cities are where it's at, but more Central Alabama is complete garbage. Well, that explains why I hated it so much then, because that was definitely Central Alabama when I went. Wicked Little Town. I mean, we just been chit-chatting about all kinds of random stuff. Alabama has black Americans living with no indoor plumbing, environmental racism, and scathing WHO report about man-made calamity. I mean, from what I saw, it was pretty trash, yeah. Queen's Gambit is amazing. That's what I hear. Oh, thank you. Stopped being cute a while back, like 10 years ago. I mean, yeah, okay, I could see that. Just found you 2 days ago, and I have to say, oh, thank you. What is your MKCBR? I really appreciate what you said, but can you confirm for me if your profile picture is Sasuke? Because I really don't like Sasuke. Love that Zendaya is getting praise for Euphoria, but it really isn't ensemble shows. It's like a side character in my opinion because it is out. Her character, but not, if that makes sense. No, I think I know what you mean. I mean, honestly, it's kind of like The Walking Dead is, it's basically, or at least it was Rick's show, but it's really an ensemble cast show as well. Queen's Gambit is about a chess prodigy, and it takes place in the 50s. I don't know a damn thing about chess, but I was so into it. I love chess. Like, I don't think I'm that good at playing chess, but I know what I'm doing when I play. Also, he really did. He choked her. I need to rewatch that video. Or, well, I guess I don't. I don't really want to watch that, but yeah, he a mess. Yeah, Alabama has a huge racial money-making gap, which ties into the complete flawed way the police works here. Probably the complete flawed way voting works there, too. I mean, voter suppression is a serious problem in a lot of states, but legally, it's not considered voter suppression, which is such bullshit. Yoda was such a bad boy. He was! Like, I love him still. He's so cute, but that actually really irritated me. I was like, dude, those are the last like line that she could possibly have as children, and this fucking kid is eating them all. Hey, Lanaya. I had a crush on Johnny Depp from when I was a kid in the 90s all the way to like 2000. I feel it. I don't think I ever saw Crybaby. Has anyone seen a Secret Window with Johnny Depp? I don't know if I cut out there, but has anyone seen Secret Window with Johnny Depp? I remember as a kid I really liked that movie because it had a nice little twist, but I've also seen that it's trash. I just didn't realize how bad it was. What videos am I working on? I am working on my Haunting of Bly Manor episode 3 review. Saw a picture of that crazy Baby Yoda, but I don't know. No, yeah, that it really frustrated me what Baby Yoda was doing in that last episode. I was very upset with him. And yeah, it made me very uncomfortable as well. No, it was not funny. Like, it was funny maybe the first time, but then when he kept doing it, I was like, dude, you gotta stop. What proof did you hear about Johnny for sure hitters so I can look it up? I didn't see anything. I mean, I haven't heard of any proof. I've just heard the allegations from each party. And based on the way they were talking to each other with that recording with Amber Heard, when she said, when he was saying, like, well, what about when you hit me and you threw stuff at me? It implied to me that he did hit her at some point, but I mean, I don't have any proof. And I believe he's saving them also. I think they're from the same planet. Is he, though? Is he? Because he ate that baby spider also. I think he just has a thing for eating babies. I want to see your reaction to all the episodes of The Promised Neverland. Follows the story of an orphanage, a first sight, full of happy children, but who end up fighting for their lives. Oh, that does sound pretty cool. Nobody's stealing, eating my... It is Sasuke. God damn it. I mean, it's fair enough. God damn it, I hated Sasuke so much in Naruto. Like, he just irritated me so much. But at the same time, he's badass as hell. And he did have some pretty cool moments. He didn't chew them like he did the spiders. That's a good point. You might have me there. Legally means nothing in America. Stop letting psychopaths write laws and then actually follow them. I mean, unless you do a full-on revolt, not really much you can do about the laws written in by racists or psychopaths. Which, the way the country's heading, might end up happening. My mom called me the day of the election and said she had just voted the only day people can vote there. Wait, what? That's bullshit. Saw Secret Window long ago. I remember not loving it, but I love Johnny, so I told myself I loved the movie. Hey, D. Secret Window wasn't too bad for me. I just remember as a kid, I didn't know what was happening, and then when, we hit the big twist at the end, I was shooketh, but I just don't know if I would like it as much now that I've, gotten a film degree and all that kind of stuff. You never saw the text message from Johnny's assistant saying that he was kicking her when drunk? I have not, but I'll look it up after this. And go back and watch the mom. She didn't seem pissed. I mean, she did seem kind of pissed. She was like clutching her eggs for dear life there towards the end. And she didn't at the start, before he had eaten them. I like Secret Window too. I even liked one of my former coworkers because he looked like Johnny Depp with the glasses. Nice. Sasuke is the guy you sleep with a few times then move on. I mean, that's not even other people's decisions. He basically did that to Sakura. He was just like, all right, we're married, but like, you're never going to see me. Ever since Jamie Chung, I've been watching K-dramas. Oh, nice. I should probably do the same thing. And yeah, Abe, revolt is kind of the only thing to do. But I won't say that, I support that because I don't want to get, like, deplatformed or anything. But you got time to be alive, you got time to be watching Watchmen. I'm taking my time with it, alright? I'm trying to do, like, one a week. Although, I've just been a little slow here lately, trying desperately to get myself a job. Also, Incredibly Average is a channel that has multiple videos on Amber Heard's fake bruises and other things in their relationship. Interesting. Might just be in the city she lives in, but people can only vote the day of the election. Yeah, that's fucked. That's a easy way to make sure they don't get people to vote. Watch those Incredibly Average videos, they're shocking. I think I've seen the channel Incredibly Average, that sounds familiar. Right now I'm watching Talentless Nana. It's an anime. It's like... And then there were none, but with superpowers. That sounds cool. Well, if you're taking anime suggestions, try Bofuri and Shield Hero. Oh, I think I've actually seen a couple episodes of Shield Hero. I don't remember how much of it I've watched though. Have you seen Handmaid's Tale? No, not yet. Oops. I heard it gets or I've actually heard the first season is kind of and then it gets really good, but I've also heard the reverse of that, so I don't know what to believe. But it seems cool. I remember when I saw the trailer for it, I thought it reminded me of The Village a little bit. And I hated The Village, but I know it has basically nothing to do with that. I'm looking up Incredibly Average to make sure if I have watched this channel or not. I have not. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard abuse claims. Is that all they put up on this channel? It looks like it. Handmaid's Tale. Oh, the colony is on point. Oh, yeah. I want to watch this one. Wait, is this a movie or is this a show? Oh, it's a movie. All right. Well, I do love me some Lawrence Fishburne. I started Handmaid's Tale at the beginning of the pandemic. Too depressing to watch during COVID. Uh-oh. I mean, I like depressing or really dark themes in my shows. I probably shouldn't. It's probably why I deal with, like, seasonal depression and shit. I'm down for it. It's definitely not the garbage. In the village. Alright, gotcha. I'm back to the timeline wherein with Mando is Alderaan a possible former home of the Frog Lady and baby. I don't think so, but I don't know. It's hard for me to keep track of all the different planets in the Star Wars universe, to be 100% honest. Handmaid's Tale first season is a lot like the book, so I'm not sure why anyone would say the first season was bad. Well, then I'll have to give it a look-see. You should react to Meat Canyon videos. I'll just say it's something else. Is it? Oh my god, I've seen these. Yeah. Something else is an understatement. Meat Canyon videos are fucking creepy, but they're also really funny. Really disturbing way. There are coding programs that'll teach you coding for free and collect repayment once you're working. I don't know if I'd like coding, but at this point I'm getting to a point where it's like it doesn't really matter what I like. I need to work. So that's an idea. Thank you, Abe. Have you seen His House on Netflix? No. I don't think so. Oh, I did really want to watch this though. Hey, Chance. Handmaid's Tale is really good, but I checked it out after season 2 because it was too depressing for me. Shit. If it's like too depressing, sometimes that's like also a little bit much for me, but we'll see. Tells you that there isn't much happiness in the show. Great. I gotta work my way up to this house for some reason. What do you mean you gotta work your way up? A refugee couple makes a herring escape from the... Oh, because it sounds really depressing. Great. Why are you all depressing, or like giving me such like depressing movies and shows to watch? Meat Canyon had me sick for like 2 days after that Bugs Bunny. I don't want to talk about the Bugs Bunny video. I really don't. It's close to home. It's a world that a lot of evangelical want to live in. Ugh. That's all I have to say to that is ugh. Have you gotten around to watching Double Toasted videos? I think I did watch a couple. Let me check my history real quick just to be sure. Did I? Shit, I think I was thinking of a different channel. No, I don't think I've gotten onto the double toasted yet. Astra Lost in Space is a short anime, but every episode leaves you wanting more. Good to know. I mean, I love sci-fi, so that sounds good. Hey, Too Cool Dancing. And yeah, I'll probably be watching that too. Gonna love that. The Christmas, which was a sequel. Oh, did you dye your hair? No, just ugly today, so I put a hat on. But yeah, no. I've actually, fun fact for everyone, I have never dyed my hair even one time. Never bleached it, never dyed it, never done anything to it. It's just always been, you know, like boring brown. Handmaid's Tale had a great first season, but I never finished. Gotta get back into it. I mean, I gotta start it. You know that she gonna love it. Lambda School and General Assembly are some of these such schools. Alright, thank you, Abe. What are your guilty movie show pleasures? I mean, my guilty show pleasure is Degrassi. My guilty movie pleasure is, I don't know, movies. I feel like I'm a lot more picky with my movies. Like, it's got to be, I have to like really enjoy it to stick a whole movie out. I'm trying to think of one. I'm really trying to think of one. Oh fuck, I really don't know. I guess like nostalgic ones, like Good Burger, maybe. Is that the name of the movie? I feel like that's not the name of the actual movie. I'm looking it up. Hold on. Oh no, that is the name of the movie. Okay. I was like, I know that wasn't the name of the show, because that was just Kenan and Kel, but yeah, anything that's got some good nostalgia is probably like my guilty pleasure movie I'll watch. I don't know, but I'm still kind of coming down from Lovecraft Country. I feel that. I already missed that show so much. Like, that was so good. Random question for you guys. What's a really underrated movie that you love? Mine is Chronicle. Aw, Chronicle was fucking great. Has Michael B. Jordan and some other popular-ish actors. Yeah, that movie surprised me quite a bit, because at that point, I think I was in high school, and I was already getting kind of over, like, found footage movies, but I gave it a try, and I was like, dude, this is actually really fucking good. Wish I would suggest people to at least try getting into an IT career. I mean, I might end up doing it. And IT's not going anywhere anytime soon. I did watch, but found it corny and predictable to me. That's all good, Mimi. Sci-fi, oh my god, are you a Dune fan? Hell yes, I'm a Dune fan, and I cannot wait for that movie to come out. I'm a little skeptical that they'll be able to, like, really pull it off, because that book is a really tough book to, like, bring to the screen, but I have faith that this one's going to be cool. Oh, thanks, Mighty Isis. You never dyed yours either? I mean, honestly, I've been too scared to ever try it. I thought about dyeing my hair black, but people are like, you are way too pasty white to be doing that. You're going to look like a vampire. It's not going to look good, so take off the cap. I don't want to. You all say my hair looks fine, but it's flat and boring today. But fine, I'll take it off. Well, now I have cap hair, but oh well. Double toasted are fantastic, though I feel like they can be unknowingly biased sometimes. Well, I feel like everyone's a little unknowingly biased about things. Have you seen The Invisible Man? Yes. Most of the people I've like talked to about it have said they thought it was, it was okay. And I'm like, I thought it was like great. I thought it was a really cool take on the original idea of the Invisible Man. No dye for you either? Nice. You can cheat with color hair extensions. I guess I did cheat with that, but it was like just a joke in high school where I had like a long purple strand of hair and attached to my head for like the day. Have you seen Harlots? That's on Hulu. No, I have not seen that. What's Harlots about? I mean, I probably can kind of imagine based off the title, but I don't want to assume. Home Alone. Oh, Home Alone. Home Alone 1 and 2. I could watch that shit anytime. And A Christmas Story is also my jam. Shoot your eye out, kid. I audibly gasped when I read that. Wait, what are you guys talking about? I can't tell. His House on Netflix was great. I was starting to think Wumi Masako can do no wrong. I'm also looking forward to her movie Sweetness in the Belly with Dakota Fanning. Oh, that does sound like it'll be good. I haven't seen Dakota Fanning do anything in a little while. Don't have guilty pleasures, but I love the Goonies. Oh my god. The Goonies, so good. I don't even consider that a guilty pleasure. Like, that's just awesome. I never watched The Witches. I haven't seen the remake of it that just came out either, but I heard it was actually like mildly disturbing. And I do love Beetlejuice. You're gonna see The Good Lord Bird. I haven't even heard of that actually. Don't stress about the gray. I'm sure it looks good. My roommate Alex, his hair has a good bit of gray in it already, and my mom hates all her gray hairs too, but I think it looks nice. It was too predictable for you? I mean, it was predictable, but I thought it was good. I thought it was pretty cool. Found footage movies are always a hit or miss for me. Yeah, I agree. Found footage is really tough to pull off without it being like nauseating or boring. But when it works, it works. There's some people that code that make $100,000 a year. God damn. But do they like it though? I'm just kidding. I'm fully aware. There's a lot of people that actually do really enjoy coding and all that. It's kind of a blessing people aren't flocking to the industry like they should, only because I'm procrastinating getting into it myself. Yeah, you guys are definitely starting to convince me I should do it. And yeah, Dune. Yeah, I think with the director they chose for Dune also, that's one of the reasons it's going to do really well. Have you seen Adam's Family Values? Oh, yeah, I do remember that. I would never to this day accept a Malibu Barbie. You look amazing with black hair. Oh, thanks. You look like a Walking Dead hero. Do I? Which one? I've no doubt Dennis will do it justice. Or, it's not Dennis, it's Denis, right? I always forget how to pronounce his name. He said he's read the book over a dozen times. He's way too big of a fan to mess it up. That's what I'm thinking. Although I do remember when M. Night Shyamalan said he was a fan of The Last Airbender and his daughter was like the biggest fan of it ever. And then he made that pile of crap. So it's like, oh, thanks, Shayna. Rather watch the Addams Family movie and have a drinking game. Ah, that sounds like fun. We should all do that. Speaking of sci-fi, what about the Brave New World series? I want to watch that because I love the book. Like, I remember in school, we read Brave New World and 1984 back to back because they were like, they're similar in theme, but very, very different in execution. So tell me which one you liked. And almost everyone in my class liked 1984 better. And I don't know if I'm frozen. Give me a moment. I don't know if I just froze up there, so I'm just going to say that again. But yeah, all my classmates Really loved 1984. I kind of didn't. I thought Brave New World was a lot better. I thought the story of it was very, very interesting. What do you think of the Sandman series? Um, I mean, that's definitely one I'm just like, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if it's going to be good or not. Saw the original Dune movie. I'm afraid the new one will disappoint me. I mean, the original was a bit of a disappointment, not just because like the visual effects weren't all there, but I feel like they changed some of like the big events towards the end of it a little too much for me. God damn, you're all lying to me. My hair looks like trash. But yeah, I have a feeling that this one could be it though. This could be the live action Dune that we've all been waiting for. Dyed my hair blonde, not good for the hair. Yeah, I have a couple friends who have dyed their hair blonde way too many times, and then they come into work when I worked, and they were just like, "My hair is so dead." I'm like, "Then stop bleaching it." Like, "I can't. It looks too good." I'm like, "All right, well, your hair's gonna fall out then. I don't know what to tell you." That paint dropping in the Invisible Man was too much for me. Oh, that shit scared the fuck out of me. Because that was just one of those moments where I was like, "Nah, there's nothing gonna happen." Oh shit! Like it made me jump so hard. What was your last theater movie? I don't even remember. I don't think I've seen any movies in 2020 in theaters. Maybe I did. Fuck, I don't know. Hold, please. 2020 movies. Shit, sorry for being so far behind on the comments. What is Dune about? I think people in the comments already answered your question, but it's kind of hard to explain. It's a sci-fi like epic, essentially about I don't know how to describe it. There's like multiple royal families that are playing like really crafty political games with each other. There's also an indigenous people on the planet that they end up going to that get mixed up in everything. There's a lot of things dealing with like a messiah or not really a savior, but like a chosen one that a lot of other sci-fis have basically claimed for their own stories. Like Dune, the book, really paved the way for a lot of big sci-fi. You'll be buried with a fresh dye job. I mean, I'm not shaming you or nothing. Nothing wrong with getting your hair dyed. I've just never done it. I've been too afraid. Fragile. I'm sorry, 1 second. Did I see any of these movies in theaters? I don't think I've seen any of these movies in theaters. I'm sorry, I genuinely don't know what the last movie I've seen in theaters was. It's been that long. It's probably been a full year at this point. Because I didn't see The Invisible Man in theaters. So I saw that on like on demand or what's it called? Direct on demand. I don't remember what it's called. I bought it at home. And yes, I agree. It is the Lord of the Rings of space operas, 100%. Trailer looks way too book accurate to be anything but great. I agree, but trailers have been proven to really trick people before, but it did look very accurate. I was like, it looks really good, man. Don't hate me, but the Goonies was boring to me. Ugh. I don't hate you, but I hate that opinion. Because the Goonies was the shit. Like, the Goonies affected me so much I would literally, like, on my hikes as a kid, I would go like fake treasure hunting, like try to like crawl into little caves and find like gold and shit. And yeah, I really miss going to the theater too. Absolutely right about the maze you mentioned. My comment about exposition. Oh. And yeah, gray hair is cool nowadays. Anytime we come across a running gag in the Addams Family, we get a shot. Let's do it. Thanks. Witch's original is amazing. Definitely watched it. Oh, it's on Netflix? Alright, maybe I will watch it then. Harlots is a show about two madames that hate each other and be each other's downfall. It's set in the mid 1700s, tons of sex, some murders, some betrayal. It sounds very interesting. The Good Lord Bird is about white abolitionists who killed racists. That sounds fucking sick, to be totally honest. Dune is to sci-fi what Lord of the Rings is to fantasy. Yeah, Star Wars and Game of Thrones both took inspiration from it. That fuck yeah, they did. There's so many things that a lot of people, for the Star Wars movies in particular, I think were like, this is so original, this is so crazy, and I'm like, it's good, but it's definitely borrowing a lot from Dune. People just didn't realize it or didn't want to talk about that. Never seen the Beetlejuice movie, but the musical is truly a gift from God. Well, I've never seen the musical, but I love the movie. Just like Mary Poppins was so boring as a kid, and now I also don't like Mary Poppins. If anyone hates me for that, sorry. I just don't like Mary Poppins. My mom loved it, and most musicals, but I thought both Mary Poppins and Sound of Music just did not do it for me. Dune is the reason a lot of sci-fi stories start in desert planets. That is very true. And why giant sandworms are in almost every like major sci-fi or fantasy, honestly. Never seen Mary Poppins. I mean, watch it if you want, but I didn't like it. Chit-chatting about movies, Silver Sight. Denis Villeneuve or Villeneuve. Either way, he's awesome. Denis created a masterpiece with Blade Runner. Oh, that's right. Blade Runner 2049 was fucking good. I know a lot of people who were like, I didn't get it. I'm like, it's because you're stupid. I'm just kidding, but I thought that was fantastic. Might give it take a look. Only saw part of that. Oh, okay. Yeah. Problem with Dune is the same with John Carter. Yeah, and I think they're going to address that in this though. It won't be so much a savior type of thing, like an outsider come to save like the indigenous people. Well, I don't know. Maybe it will. I don't know. It was so much more complicated than the way it was portrayed in John Carter, I think. So we'll see. Because one of the things I really liked about Dune is that the main character wasn't really considered, or I guess he could be considered, but I didn't think of him as a hero. Like by the end of it, I was like, he made a pretty bad decision, actually. Like what he did really, really screwed up a lot of things for a lot of people, and it just complicated the overall situation. I think it made it very real. I'll never forgive M. Night, and his project has been a hit and miss. Yeah, I just don't watch M. Night movies anymore. I'm like, I love The Sixth Sense, and that was it. I didn't even like Signs. I thought that movie was kind of stupid too. And then just everything after that just had to have some really, really weird twist that just seems so forced, in my opinion. It was so ahead of its time, it will look derivative to a modern audience. Yeah, probably. Mary Poppins was a little boring, but I pretend for my mom's sake. I basically did too. Fun fact, Barry Sonfield directed both The Addams Family and Men in Black. Really? I did not know that. October Faction was meh. What's October Faction? I agree. It's so annoying to hear people claim it knocks off Star Wars in trailer reactions. Not for real though. They're like, it's just Star Wars. I'm like, Star Wars knocked off Dune. Like, almost everything George Lucas took that people praised him for was originally from Dune. Like he did come up with some things that were, you know, his own idea, but for the most part, especially having to do with like Luke and the planet of Tatooine, like it was all from Dune. Shading the Goonies. Hold your tongue, Dune is good. Even the graphics, it took years to get it. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think the original one, I just don't like how they changed the ending. I really don't like how they made a few like theme changes to the ending. But for its time, the graphics were pretty fucking good. And overall, I think like the first half of the movie was great. I just didn't really like the second half of it. M. Night's The Village was very disappointing. Yeah, that movie just really frustrated me. It was one of those moments where I was like, oh, this is actually super creepy. I'm getting into this. And then and they're like, oh, it's just the elders dressing up as monsters. It's not even real. I was like, what the fuck, dude? This is stupid. Which movie are you most excited to watch in 2021? I want to say Dune to sound cool, but I think if I'm being honest with myself, Black Widow, because I really, really wanted to watch that, and I feel really cheated that I never got to. Hey, Loquacious Orion. And it's going all right. I'm glad to be on the live stream again. I do have to wrap it up here in just a few minutes, though, because I do got a lot of shit to do. So I'm just going to finish reading these comments, and then I do have to go. Aw, thank you. I don't think I'm perfect, but I appreciate it. Sound of Music is amazing. What are y'all smoking? I'm sorry, Chance. I just don't like it. I don't like it. Get off my ass. The problem with these films is that they're too long for children and filled with filler moments. Too much singing, but that's musical for you. Yeah, I mean, I might like it more now. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but yeah, as a kid, I fell asleep. I did not like it. My last movie I've seen in theaters was Birds of Prey. Oh, that was the last movie I saw, actually. That was the last one I saw in theaters. I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't great, but it was pretty good. Don't mention The Sound of Music. I will not stop singing it the entire day. Go for it. Dune is what happens when you really want to talk about politics, religion, and human nature. Yeah, I like that even though it does have a lot of action, it's mostly about religion and politics, which gets really... It really gets in your head. Like, Dune's one of those things where when you finish reading the book, you think about it for, like, weeks and weeks afterwards. Thanks, Simtown Twins. You thought John Carter was good? I wasn't a huge fan of it. For those who love it or hate it, the hills are alive with the sound of music. Would love that. Any movies you love that people absolutely hate? I'm sure there is. Damn it, you just like made my brain completely freeze up trying to think of that. The only thing I can think of off the top of my head that I know a lot of people who hated it was American Ultra, and I thought that movie was so fucking good. Oh, you didn't like the live action Aladdin, Aubrey? I didn't think it was great, but I thought it was okay. I just really like the Goonies, Shayna. But I do agree with you, Sound of Music, Mary Poppins, not for me. For uncontroversial movie opinions, I think Star Wars is trash. Ouch. Oh, hit me right in the heart. I love Star Wars, as you can see. But fair enough. I have a bunch of friends who also really don't like Star Wars. Not into musicals except for Hairspray with Queen Latifah. I did like Hairspray. I've said it before, but my favorite musical still is Into the Woods, which a lot of people, that might be the movie that most people hate that I liked because I don't know. I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny. I liked the music. It kept my attention. Really hate how Disney took the gay coding from Jafar's character, and that was what made him such an entertaining villain. Oh yeah, they kind of did. Or well, I suppose it's not a bad thing, just because there's a lot of movies that have put like subtle gay coding in their villain characters and only their villain characters as like a subtle way to be like, hey, gay people fucking suck. So I feel like that's probably why they did it. But I don't know. I think I also would have enjoyed having be a little bit more gay, to be totally honest. Only watched Solo, and that was because of Emilia Clarke. Solo was pretty good. Wasn't fantastic. That's one that a lot of people said was trash, and I was like, I don't hate it. I don't love it, but it was alright. They did take the gay coding off of Scar. I hated the Lion King live action. Like, sorry, not sorry. It was way too, like, scene for scene, the same as the original animation, which made me think, like, why did you even make this in the first place? I don't know. I just really didn't like the live action one for that. I want more talking about movies. Les Miserables messed me up too. Les Miserables was one of those musicals that kind of frustrated me because I don't like it when they never stop singing, like not even one line of spoken dialogue. So I kind of got frustrated with the fact that they just sang and sang and sang every single part. Oh, Nub rhymes with Nub. Thank you. I'm an auntie, but I loved Rogue One. Rogue One was sick. I thought that was great. I'll fight people over Blade Runner 2049. That movie was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. Some of the best cinematography I've seen in like a recent movie. Arrival was really good too. That made me cry pretty hard, actually. I feel that Denis will have the same problem he did with Blade Runner. Good movie, zero turnout. I don't know. Dune's been creating a lot of buzz. I think it might do better than Blade Runner. I mean, I feel like at a certain point, Miss Rona is going to get so old for people that they're not even going to care if they catch it or spread it. They're just going to be like, I don't even care anymore. Like, I just need to do some shit. We wouldn't have Tremors without Dune. True. Also, that random episode of Billy and Mandy where Mandy is the God Emperor. I never really watched Billy and Mandy. Sorry, everybody. My roommates both shit on me for it all the time. You don't have to. I thought the Blade Runner sequel was really good, but it was a bit weirded out by the female hologram. Yeah, that was a little weird. But, I mean, that's kind of the aesthetic of the Blade Runner franchise, I feel like, is some really weird shit in it. Now people will think they stole the sandworms from Mandalorian. I mean, I hope not. Mandalorian's not even the first Star Wars movie to do like a sandworm. And it wasn't even a sandworm, it was a dragon. Like, I know it was basically a sandworm, but it was a crate dragon from the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic video game, or the books, I guess is where it originally came from, but I remember it from the video game. Really hope that isn't the case. I need part 2 and Warner Bros. Won't let him film it if this doesn't do well. Yeah, I mean, that's true. If Dune doesn't do well, they're definitely not going to get the sequel. I like The Sixth Sense, but Unbreakable is my fave. Unbreakable was good. It just wasn't, like, my favorite or anything. Really like Split 2. I did not like Split. The 1984 Dune sucked. Sorry, not sorry. I think it had some good qualities. Like I said, I liked the first half. Didn't really like the second half. M. Night just keeps getting my hopes up, but ruins my expectations and kills me with his storylines. I mean, that's the whole thing about his movies that frustrates me is, like, the premise gets me, and I'm like, oh, this is really cool, this is interesting, and then he tells you what's going on, and you're like, oh. Okay. George Lucas stole from Flash Gordon and Lance. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it is cobbled together with a lot of different things put together, but I still really like the universe that he made. Monsters, they have these like fake Wonder Vamp twins for kids. Sounds interesting. James McAvoy as Leto 2 on Dune sci-fi miniseries was my sexual awakening. No, Leto the second. Wait, there was a Dune sci-fi miniseries? I didn't even know. I loved Signs when it first came out, and then I got down on it a bit. I'm actually kind of interested in rewatching. I should rewatch it too. And Abe, I gotta disagree with you. I thought Arrival was amazing. 2021 Candyman, I'm very excited for Candyman. And yeah, I do want to see A Quiet Place Part 2, but I'm also kind of like, I don't see how A Quiet Place Part 2 could be anywhere as good as the first one. Like, now that we know exactly what the aliens look like, and I don't know. It could be good, but I have a feeling it's not going to be as good as the first one. I'll see you later, Zakiya. You think A Quiet Place is overrated? I mean, I think it's a little overrated, but I thought it was good. It was tension in a bottle. Bye, Naya. I still want to see Batman. Me too. I think that looks like it'll be good. Have time to rewatch, but A Quiet Place was one of those that you needed the theater experience. Yeah, the theater experience for A Quiet Place was definitely a major part of why that worked. And that makes sense, Taya. Rewatch without the theater experience would probably bring it down, in my opinion, as well, but I've only seen it once. Everyone calling me while you go live. I missed everything else. Sorry. I'm just glad I haven't been called on my phone. Normally, when I go on live, I also seem to get calls. What you vaping on? Just a Juul. Some menthol. Stop shading the Goonies, damn it. Caribbean, that explains it. Your taste buds are burnt out from all the spices. Damn, that was a good burn. I just really hate the scene where the dad dies. I found it so cheesy and such a reach for emotion. I mean, it reached me emotionally. I kind of saw it coming, but it definitely got an emotional response from me. Nothing insane, but I thought it was good. Do a Discord movie streaming with my friends. Not the best, but good enough. That'll do. I knew Lion King would be trash when Beyonce signed on. I don't hate Beyonce or anything, but I don't know why she like has to be in everything. Rogue One was amazing and people trashed it, but Solo was not that good. Rogue One did get trashed, and I did not understand because I thought that movie was actually really good. But I also like Solo. I didn't think it was not good. I just didn't think it was great. Like, my roommate thought it was like fantastic. He loved pretty much everything. But I remember what kind of like the thing that annoyed me the most about Solo was how he got the name Solo. It's just like, my name's Han. He's like, last name. He's like, oh, I don't have one. He's like, oh, okay, Han Solo. And I was like, bitch, what? I don't know. I thought that was stupid. The Les Mis movie almost made me walk out. I've never had that feeling. I mean, I didn't walk out of it, but I was not entertained. I'll never watch live action Lion King. That is a good choice, Abe. It's a waste of time. Just watch the original, because that's what it is. It's just the original with less emoting. I'll catch up with you later. I'll see you later, Loquacious. Oh, happy birthday. Link to the video. Hey, Justin Bell. Les Mis is better when it's not a musical operetta like the Liam Neeson Joffrey Rush version. I didn't even know that there was a Liam Neeson version. I don't think I would like that one either, though, because I don't like Liam Neeson. I slept watching Arrival twice, then decided to watch it again and loved it. I mean, that's like the definition of slow burn, I think. But I thought it was a great movie. Only love Moulin Rouge as far as musicals go. That is a great musical. Vaccine looks promising, so hang on. I mean, here's the thing. This is going to be my kind of shitty opinion of the day. Even if the vaccine is a bunch of bullshit and doesn't work, it will make people think that things are going to start to chill out a little bit, which I think would be good. But at the same time, I don't want it to not work because I don't want more people dying and getting sick and shit. But that's all I'm saying. Dear Evan Hansen is one of the best musicals I've ever seen. Never seen that one. I mean, Beyonce is still queen, but I wasn't a fan of her in Lion King. You should check out the Dune sci-fi miniseries. I did not know it was a miniseries, so I think I will. Is there nicotine in that vape? Yes, there is, because I quit smoking and I need it. How did they cover the first 3 books in a miniseries? I'm still reading the books, so I can't watch it yet. Oh. I was like, I finished the books a while back, but I haven't reread them in a while. I'm sad we're getting Halloween Kills in Chuck's TV show this year. Oh, we aren't getting them. It'll happen. Just gotta wait. Gotta put the whole name after the at or the... Oh, yeah. That was really good. Hope you have a fantastic reading experience. I am. Enjoy the Dune novels, because holy shit, that is a wild ride. Need therapy after listening to Russell Crowe sing. Feel it. Liam Neeson was surprisingly good in it. Alright, I might give it a chance then. Vaccine won't matter because so many people are against vaccines. I mean, that's how I feel as well. That's why I'm like, I don't think a vaccine would even really work, because you need a lot of people to take it, and there's a lot of people that will never take it, no matter if it isn't rushed, if it is rushed, if it's approved, if it's not approved. It does not matter. There are some people who are so against vaccines, they'll never take it. But I think it will still help. And yeah, I agree, Russell Crowe cannot sing. Thanks, Brittany. Dune is my most reread book series. I've reread it twice, so I'm going to do it a third time probably here in like a month or two. My most reread book series for me is Harry Potter, because I am an unashamed, absolute fanatic when it comes to the Harry Potter book series. I'm not trying to stand J.K. Rowling or anything. She is very problematic, but just that world of Harry Potter, I fucking love it. There's 2 Dune miniseries? How did I miss this shit? Wait, what are you talking about? Oh, when he jumped to his death. Why do you dislike Liam Neeson? I feel like in the past he's done a lot of really solid roles, but here in the last like 10, maybe 15 years, he plays like the same fucking character every single time. He's just the super badass older guy who knows how to do everything. And it just really irritates me. Chance, what are you talking about? What house? What did I say? If you get the vaccine, it will at least work for you. There only needs to be 70% of people to get it. I mean, I don't think we're going to get to 70% of people taking the vaccine, to be totally honest. But I do agree. If you take the vaccine, then you're good. So, like I said, it'll help for sure. Love Harry Potter. Book 6 is my favorite. Oh, nice. I love the 6th book. My favorite is the 5th book, which a lot of people are like, you're crazy. And I'm like, I love the 5th book. Don't at me. I've never seen or read Harry Potter. It's fine. I have a lot of friends who also haven't. 3rd book is yours, Prisoner of Azkaban. I like the 3rd one a lot too. Read Harry Potter, the 5th book, I think. Then I found out Percy Jackson series existed. I just never got back into Harry Potter. I mean, Percy Jackson is great, but I definitely recommend you finish reading Harry Potter, because the 6th and 7th book, they hit you with some crazy shit. Have the same problem with Nick Cage. I don't like Nick Cage, I'll be honest. He's funny in a way that he doesn't intend to be. Hey, Romeo. Series 1 is Dune Book 1, and Series 2 is Messiah and Children of the Dune. So they put the last 2 books in the whole second series. Liam Neeson was never the same after his wife was killed. Now I feel bad. I didn't even know that that happened. Well, Liam took those roles late for a paycheck, but he wasn't always like that. I mean, I agree. Like his earlier movies, I think were great, and I didn't realize that his wife was killed. So now I feel like an asshole. What Harry Potter house? I'm Ravenclaw. I am too. If there's a vaccine and it seems safe, I'll def get it, but I'm not looking forward to all the debate about it. Yeah, me either, but I'll get it. If it's FDA approved, I'm getting the vaccine. I don't really give a shit. Even if it gets me sick for a couple days, it means you're immune, so why would you not? This is a kid's teen series, but my copies of the Enchanted Forest Chronicles. I think I read like half of one of those books, but I never finished it. And I'm not ashamed of reading kids' books. I don't give a shit. Silver Sight, you a Slytherin? Honestly, I like that you said that because almost anytime I tell one of my friends, like, you're a Slytherin, blah, 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 they're just like, I'm not a Slytherin. I'm not an asshole. And I'm like, I didn't say you were. Slytherins aren't evil or assholes. They're just ambitious people. That's what the house is about. Like, putting your own ambitions first so you can do something with your life. Hey, the Brain of Jen. The bees! The bees! They're in my eyes! They're in my eyes! Dude, Nick Cage. He's, like I said, he's funny to laugh at, but he's terrible. Can't tell you the difference between many of the Harry Potter films besides the first and the last one. Oh, no, yeah, for sure. What movie would you risk the video for? What do you mean? If you're asking what my favorite of the Harry Potter movies is, it's the 7th one, Deathly Hallows Part 1. Azkaban and The Order of Phoenix are my favorite books. Hell yes. Hated the second movie. Really? Chamber of Secrets? I thought that was pretty good. My least favorite movie is Order of the Phoenix because it was so dramatically different from the book, and it really irritated me how much they cut out of it. Nick Cage used to be such a good actor. I mean, yeah, he used to. I was thinking about getting the Harry Potter audiobooks. Do it. Do it. Honestly, the voice actor or the narrator for the audiobooks is fucking great because he does such a good job doing like all the different voices. Good old Face Off. Goblet of Fire and Order of the Phoenix. Both solid, very solid. Percy Jackson just does something to my spirit that Harry Potter didn't, and I had way more diversity. It did have way more diversity, that's for sure. And I did enjoy like how wild that story gets. So I feel it. Which was better, film, and which was the better book? Well, I mean, my favorite of the films was Harry Potter Deathly Hallows Part 1, because that followed the book pretty damn close. Maybe not as much as like Sorcerer's Stone did, or Philosopher's Stone. But the best book, I think, is Order of the Phoenix. And hell yeah, you Ravenclaw too. What do you think about Fantastic Beasts in the movie giving Depp the hot boot? We were talking about it earlier in the stream, but I think it's not without reason. And I'm not the biggest Johnny Depp fan or biggest Fantastic Beasts fan, so I'm not like upset about it. I'm just upset about the whole situation because it seems like Amber Heard is getting off scot-free after she was just as guilty doing all that shit too. Liam's wife was killed in a skiing accident. Aw, that's fucked up. Don't feel bad about that. Not a big fan of him anymore either. I mean, I still feel bad though. That's tragic. I'm Slytherin, but I still dig you. Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm on your side. Like nothing wrong with being a Slytherin. His wife wasn't killed. She was skiing, fell, brain slashed around with. Ew, shit. Damn, you all knew about this too. I was like, I'd never even heard of this. Oh, what? She was the actress from The Parent Trap? Damn, this sucks. Percy Jackson series is. I meant risk COVID for my phone messing with me. Oh, no, okay, gotcha. What movie would I risk COVID for? Black Widow. Black Widow or Dune. Have you seen Mandy with Nick Cage? No, I have not. I did see a review, though, that said that that was very good. Liam's wife was the mom. That's honestly so sad. I mean, it's sad when anyone dies. Like, it's not like I knew her, was like a huge fan of her, but still. That's a bummer. I didn't say she was murdered. Well, get killed. I just assumed. I'm sorry. I know, right? 11 is good. Oh, yeah. Why even make another Fantastic Beasts movie? I mean, that's kind of how I feel. I was into it for Fantastic Beasts, and then Crimes of Grindelwald just killed it for me. I was like, okay. It's just so weird seeing that most fantasy book fandoms like HP and Percy Jackson are all adults now. Yeah, it is kind of crazy, isn't it? Like, one thing's for sure, if I ever adopt children at any point, they're reading both of those. I don't give a shit if they're like, I don't want to, and be like, shut up, sit down, you don't get to eat dinner until you finish this chapter. I was close to risking COVID for Tenet. I was too. I was really close to risking COVID for Tenet, but I ended up not doing it. Batman's probably one I would risk it for too. There's also this really good book series called Midnight with Charlie Bone. I think that was like, I think might have read some of that. Has anyone in here read The Vampire's Assistant? That's what it was called, right? The Vampire's Assistant? Slytherins just do what it takes to get what we want. We will trip you during a zombie apocalypse? Maybe. If we do, no, we did it because it was necessary. Someone's got to live to tell the story. I feel you. I am not excited for Morbius. I would like to be, because I think Morbius is an awesome character, but I thought Venom was horrible, and I'm not really having much faith in Sony making Morbius like a genuine villain. I think they're going to go for anti-hero again, and I'm like, Morbius is cooler as a villain if you ask me. And you thought Tenet sucked? Well, that's too bad. I mean, if it does suck, that'll be the first Christopher Nolan movie that I don't like. No food until they finish reading. That's damn right. Be like, you want to eat? Better sit down and read this shit. Fantastic Beasts was boring and criminally underused Zoe Kravitz. I mean, I'm glad they used her more in The Crimes of Grindelwald, but then they also got rid of her character in The Crimes of Grindelwald, so I was like, okay. Not sure if you would like this book series. The Sufficiently Advanced Magic is amazing. I mean, if it's about magic, I probably will. It reads like a massive multiplayer online RPG. Oh, sick. I'd also like to see the Eternals. Oh, the Eternals is going to be sick. I have all high hopes for that one. Do you play any video games? If so, what are you obsessed with? Just completed Persona 5. Oh, nice. My roommate just finished that too. And what video? I don't play video games enough to be like obsessed with any of them, but I've been playing a lot of Sea of Thieves, and my favorite video game I've ever played was probably The Last of Us. But from I don't know if that's true though. Like Prince of Persia, the Sands of Time series was my shit. So that's probably like my favorite. Poor kids. Percy Jackson books were great. The movie, yeah, the movie was wasn't horrible, but not even close. And it would do better as a series. And I agree, Silversight, they don't do the anti-hero thing well, because their anti-hero is basically just hero who sometimes happens to kill someone, which I guess is the definition of an anti-hero, but I'm like, I don't know, man. You thought Venom was good? I don't agree. Venom, in my opinion, should not start off as an anti-hero, and he should not start off without Spider-Man. Really was not a fan of that. Love all of Nolan's movies, so I think I'll love Tenet. I mean, that's how I feel about it too, but I might not. You never know. Are you a fan of the Kingdom Hearts? No, I never got into it. I feel like it's a little too late now because everything I look at about it, I'm just like, what the hell? Not really a comic buff, but the X-Men being integrated into the MCU has me pretty excited. Me too. X-Men are fucking sweet. Oh no, yeah, I'm so excited for Zoe Kravitz to be in Batman as Catwoman. When they announced that casting decision, I was like, perfect. She is perfect to play that role. And I'm also not 100% familiar with the comics of the Eternals, but that's one of the reasons I'm excited for it, because I'll be able to go into it fairly blind. But it's got a lot of actors that I'm really excited to see. I liked High Fidelity Noise. Filmed some of the first Percy Jackson movie here in Nashville. I didn't even know they filmed anything in Nashville. Normally it's either Atlanta or LA or Vancouver. Aragon's movie was trash, and those books were so fucking good. Eternals reunites Robb Stark and Jon Snow. For real. And Jon Snow's playing, or Kit Harington, I mean, he's playing the villain, isn't he? Sorry, Abe. Gotta give you the side eye sometimes. I also loved Ready Player One. My roommates absolutely hated it, and I can understand why people wouldn't like it, because it was, like, just a pop culture, like, I don't even know how to describe it. Just like every pop culture reference you could possibly think of thrown into one thing, but I thought it was cool. I hope they also give her Michelle Pfeiffer level Catwoman. But I think they kind of will. From what I've seen from the on-set photos, it's looking pretty good. I did not like that Eminem song with Venom. I didn't like it. And I like Eminem. I don't know. I didn't like that song, man. Let's not talk about Halle's version. Yeah. Because, wait, the Halle Berry one, like, there was a literal cat that, like, walked up and, like, breathed life into her. Am I thinking about this correctly? And that's how she got, like, cat-like powers, which is fucking weird. And Netsider, I agree. Ready Player One was fun. It was a fun movie to watch. I think the villain was one of the most, like, one-dimensional, poorly written villains of all time, but aside from that, I thought it was great. And the Shining reference was awesome. And don't worry, I beat my roommates up all the time. Have you watched New Mutants? I have not seen it yet. I didn't want to risk the movie theater for it, and a lot of people told me to just not worry about it, so I was like, oh, watch it later. A lot of plot holes in Ready Player One, but it wasn't horrible. There were a lot of plot holes. The big one that my roommate pointed out to me that I have to agree with is beating that first challenge by going backwards. He's like, nobody thought to try that. Not even one person did it by accident. And I was like, yeah, that's true. It's kind of ridiculous to think that nobody was able to even attempt that. If any of you guys are into Arrowverse on CW, what's your favorite show? I'm not really into the Arrowverse on CW, but my favorite of those is probably The Flash, just because The Flash is my favorite DC hero. Oh wait, is Black Lightning considered part of the Arrowverse? Because if that's the case, then Black Lightning is definitely my favorite. Ready Player One is a pop culture bukkake. It really is, though. You can't stand Eminem? I mean, I liked him more in the past than I do now, but I just didn't like the Venom song. I really didn't. Wait, they're doing a Black Lightning spinoff? Because I'm fucking watching that. Feels like a CW or Buffy episode. I mean, that might not be a bad thing. Been playing Watch Dogs Legion. I only played the first Watch Dogs, but if you think it's good, I should give it a try. Excuse me. Jesus. Made me rewatch The Shining and then Doctor Sleep. Doctor Sleep was so fucking good. Like, I will die on that hill. That movie was amazing. Technically, they did the cat revival thing in Batman Returns as well. Oh, yeah, they did. I totally forgot about that. Not a fan of either of those choices, though. I did like Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman a lot, though. CW shows are way too low budget for me. Yeah, I kind of agree. Didn't like the song either. The next best thing I can come up with because both movie and song were not good. Fair enough. Black Lightning spinoff called Painkiller. Sorry, Abe. It was a loud one. I enjoyed Doctor Sleep the movie, but I love the book. I really want to read the book. I mean, Stephen King in general is pretty sick. But yeah, I thought the movie was fantastic, so I should read the book. And it was pretty true to the novel. Sweet. And yeah, I get that, Aubrey. They don't drag through a lot of stuff. They actually do, like, get through a lot of different storylines and stuff in the Arrowverse shows pretty quickly. Damn, now you all telling me that the book's even better. I gotta read it. New Mutants feels so low budget, it's not worth it for the effort. I didn't think it would feel low budget. Like, from what I saw in the trailers, it looked pretty good. Oh, you have a Bluetooth speaker? Sorry. Painkiller from Black Lightning is getting a backdoor. That's so sick. Been waiting years for New Mutants. Honestly, though, we have been waiting so long for that movie to come out, which is why I'm going to watch it, just not yet. Hey, Calpesh. Which Batman was Michelle Pfeiffer's spinoff? Catwoman, I couldn't remember. That was the one with Michael Keaton. I don't remember the name. I think it was just called Batman. The actresses that played the little girl and the witchy chick were awesome. Which movie are you talking about, Trisha? Sorry, things are getting a little jumbled in my head. Have you watched any of the DC animated movies like Flashpoint? No, I haven't actually, but I mean, I've seen some of them, but I haven't watched Flashpoint. But I loved the Flashpoint comics, or at least what it's based off of. Have you read The Dark Tower? No. I heard the movie was trash, but I've never actually read the book. Batman Returns, that's right. Who's your favorite character on Black Lightning? Hold on, I have to look up the whole cast real quick. Oh, fuck yes. Okay. For me, it's Thunder. She was fucking awesome. I'll see you later. I'm actually going to be logging off here in just a second, Calpesh, but it was good seeing you. Dark Tower was amazing. Good old Idris Elba. He played the villain in that, didn't he? I should read Dr. Sleep, but I'm not a King fan. Something about him is off-putting to me. I mean, he's an off-putting guy, I get that. Which actor was your gay awakening? I can't really think of an actor that was my gay awakening, but the character of the prince from Prince of Persia, I think was it for me. I'm trying to think of an actor. I can't really think of one. Oh, you love Lightning? She's pretty badass, too. Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman and Danny DeVito as the Penguin was epic casting. I agree. Oh, McConaughey was the villain? Oh, I get you. I think King's vibe fits his books. I mean, it definitely does. Like, he's a really strange, off-putting kind of guy, and that's what his stories are. Kristen, what about Jake Gyllenhaal? Did I miss something there? Oh, you like Tobias? Nice. I mean, Tobias kind of annoyed me a little bit, but... Wait, who's China again? Oh, you're talking about Lightning. I mean, I didn't think she was annoying. She had her moments where I was kind of like, you need to quit your bitching and get your shit together. But overall, I thought she was pretty cool. Jake Gyllenhaal reminds me of Lion from the Madagascar movies. I weirdly see that. Oh, the Gay Awakening. That's right. Jake Gyllenhaal. I don't think he was mine, but I do love me some Jake Gyllenhaal. Oh, that's right, and he did play in Prince of Persia. I totally forgot about that. And I actually kind of like that movie. And no, I've watched like 3 episodes of Twin Peaks, but I never really got into it. No, I actually kind of like the Prince of Persia movie. I don't like that they cast a lot of white actors for like a Persian setting, but it was decent. It wasn't the worst like video game to movie I've ever seen. Flashpoint Paradox is a must. All right, I will. I will definitely watch that. What are you talking about, Abe? You're in a sunny state? Solar? What is that? Work in a theater and have heard horrible things about Jake Gyllenhaal when he was in Seawall, A Life on Broadway. I mean, I hope that's not true, but I do know a lot of actors get shit on sometimes for what they think about or what they're acting like outside of filming. Sometimes it's just and sometimes it's not. And yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal did start doing way more like serious roles after that, and he was in some damn good movies too. Like Nightcrawler was amazing. Jesse McCartney, I totally forgot about him. You should go watch more Watchmen so we can get more reaction. I will. I'll be reacting to it probably on Saturday. I never heard a bad story about Jake. I knew a girl who worked with his mom said he was great. The Gay Awakening was most definitely when I first saw Sam from Glee. Oh wait, Sam, was that Kurt's boyfriend? Darren, what's his name? Darren Chris? Oh, Solar Industry. I got you. Thank you, Abe. Sean Connery's last film was called Sir Billy, and Double Toasted did a video on it. Look it up. This made my day. All right, hold on. I'm going to pull it up on my computer so I don't forget. And then I'll finish the comments, and then I seriously got to go. I got too much shit I got to do. Double Toasted, Sean Connery. All right, there it is. And Nightcrawler also made me want to get my life together. I was like, if this dude can get a job and be successful, then I should be able to as well. Well, that's too bad. Too cool dancing, I mean. Double Toasted's videos are hit or miss for me. The Fedora guy is so contrary. Yeah, well, people be like that sometimes. Gotta get ready for bed. All right, good night, Silversight. I gotcha. All right. I'm headed out, everybody. Thank you all for joining me for another live stream. It's good to talk to you all again. I feel you, Chance. But yeah, you all have a good night. I will see you all later. Please look up significantly or sufficiently advanced magic. All right, I will. Also, hold on. I gotta write it down. All right. See y'all later.